Hey everyone, Ed, Slow Car Fix. I just got back from picking up my 64 Corvair from getting certified, and now I'm going to wash it. Okay, so there's good news and bad news here. The good news is it's passed all its safety, and it has brakes and suspension and all that stuff, and lights, and everything works the way it's supposed to work. Bad news is I have lots more work to do. The back end seems to be sitting up, so I might have something wrong or not quite right with the transverse leaf spring. Probably gonna have to come back out. That's not a huge deal, but it's pain just the same. It's running. I did drive it on the road. It does run and drive. Just have to 2-foot it at idle, so I have to fix that, obviously. I'm not really that worried about it because it probably just needs a setup. It might, at worst case, need another valve adjustment, which is fine. It's a fresh rebuild. I just need to go through it and clean it all up. So anyways, the other day, my upholstery guy came and installed the carpet and the headliner, and I have all the trim for it. It's all been powder coated. I just got to pick that up. The seat is in, the driver's seat. It's going to have to come back out. It's only in just to move it around, and it's got a little grubby in that process. Obviously lots to do there. The interesting thing is that this car hasn't been washed, to my knowledge, since the early 80s. It was in a storage container a couple hours from my house for 35 plus years. So it has lots of grime and grubby crap on it. Lots of dirt, a little bit of rust, nothing crazy. But it's very grubby, and I've been excited to see what it looks like after it gets a little bit of a bath. Here's what it looks like with those the wheels from the wagon on it. As you can see, the stance is a little out to lunch. It's nice and low in the front, but that's because there's a few things in the trunk. But it seems to be high in the back because of that leaf spring. I've got something hanging up there. I'm not really sure, but I'll go through that. It's not a big deal. I had to get 2 new back tires for the wheels that were on the wagon because they got wrecked in the accident. And other than that, should be pretty good. Okay, so I washed it 4 times and it's still not clean. I guess that's the way this is going to go. It looks a lot better. That's to be expected. It had a lot of black crap on it before. It's still not real shiny, it's kind of dull, but that's the way it's going to be, and I'm okay with that. I still need to probably wash it a couple more times, but that's enough for tonight. It's a lot more green than I expected. I've only seen a handful in this color. This is a factory color. It's Lagoon Aqua for 64. It is a repaint, so it may not be exactly correct, but I know it's correct to the ones that I've seen that are Lagoon Aqua at conventions and stuff. And there's a guy not far from me, maybe a few hours away, that I saw, oh, I don't know, 6 or 8 years ago, that had a Lagoon Aqua coupe, a manual transmission, and I think it was a 3-speed. And it was the same sort of shade as this. So I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's a small win, you know, half hour or an hour of washing it. And mostly the paint didn't come off. Some did, but not too bad. And I'm pretty happy. So that's where this one's at for now. This is just I don't know how long this video is going to end up being, because it was about an hour of washing. But I'm quite happy with how it turned out. It's looks like a different car. It's amazing. I guess I probably should have did this before I started working on it, but it was nice to save it for this. When it's near completion, I would call the car 65 to 70% what it's going to be. Probably 70, because it is running, and it's running okay. When it's under load and when it's driving along and all that stuff, it's just not idling real well, and I think the electronic ignition is cutting out. I've had a whole pile of these cars, so I'm not new to these problems. It's just sorting, you know, trying to get it dialed in. And the carburetors were the carbs from my wagon, so they're set up a little differently. This is a Powerglide car. That's a 4-speed car. That does change the idle a little bit. It's not a big deal, but I haven't touched them, so I need to touch them. I need to get them balanced and the idle set properly and the choke set properly. But it does run and move under its own power, and it stops, and all the lights work, and everything's cool. So that's good. I'm happy. Thanks for watching. Please check out my other videos on this car. There's going to be more as I wrap it up. There's probably, I would say, there will be a whole nother section of putting the interior in, and there's going to be a whole bunch of sorting out whatever little issues I have, and then I'll start driving it hopefully this year before the winter. Start driving it a little bit and sorting out the details. You know, what I usually do for sorting car out is I'll start with, you know, going down the street, and then I'll go around the block, and then, you know, you keep going around and around a little further, a little braver every time until it's where you feel comfortable going for a longer trip with it. Because I do like to drive my cars, and I do put some miles on. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out, and stay safe, and talk to you soon.